Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl Butler, and you're listening to the Mighty Mommy's Quick and Dirty Tips podcast, which will help make your life as a parent a little bit easier and a lot more fun. Welcome! Today's episode is number 356, 5 Tips to Enjoy a Tech-Free Holiday Season, because sometimes a little quiet time isn't such a bad thing. Well, the holiday season is well underway, and many families are trying to find ways to spend more time together. While having quality time with one another is very important, there are lots of competing agendas we go up against to make it happen. One of those is the world of electronics that certainly add value to our lives, but can also be distracting. Not only are our kids overindulgent with their tech world, let's face it, so are we parents. If you'd like to spend the holidays connecting with your loved ones on a more personal level, Mighty Mommy has 5 ways you can trade tech time for family time. And tip number 1, sync a power off time. Gather your family around your beautiful menorah or Christmas tree, or even next to your glowing fireplace, and quietly sit and just be for a few minutes. Make sure everyone knows that this is tech-free time, meaning no cell phones, iPads, iPods, mini laptops, or anything else that poses an electronic distraction. This is the time of year when families are truly running in harried opposite directions, trying to get everything done. Now take it one step further and suggest a certain length of time throughout the remainder of the holidays that you will all be powering off together. We did this in my house for the past few years during the 12 days of Christmas. Each night at around 7 o'clock, we all power off until 8:30, and each of us leaves our devices in a basket on our kitchen island. That way there's no cheating. We use this time to eat dessert together or spend time alone doing what we want to do, and sometimes we play our favorite family board game, Apples to Apples. You can adjust this to your own family's wants and needs. We've found that it has really helped lessen the chaotic anxiety that tends to flow through our household at this time of the year. Tip number 2, thank an inspiration. One of my favorite things in the world is to receive a handwritten note from someone, particularly if it's for no special reason except that person wants to connect. A few years ago, I read an inspiring blog post that suggested thanking someone who has inspired you or helped you become a better person. So now we do this in our home right before the end of the year. We all choose one person who's made a difference in our lives, or we kind of vote on somebody that we pick as a family. And then we send them a handwritten thank you note. Sometimes we just do the one, as I said, as a family, or we do individual notes. This list has included some of my children's teachers or people at school, such as the lunch lady who knows my son likes the pizza with the big crust, and she goes out of her way to save it for him. It also includes babysitters, a friend's parent, a coaching assistant, or a neighbor who makes a big difference, like someone that makes sure my kids have a ride when I'm not available due to my work schedule. The list goes on and on. So sit with your family and chat about the people who have made a difference in their lives, including your younger kids, and then have fun creating a heartfelt thank you to send off. What a great feeling it is to give thanks, and what a thrill for the recipient to be acknowledged and find out that they were an inspiration without even knowing it. Tip number 3. Host a holiday readathon. In my family, several of my kids are bookworms. But you know what? A couple of them normally do not gravitate towards reading unless they absolutely have to. Reading is one of my decadent pleasures in life. And that's because while I've been raising 8 kids for the past 20 years, it's not always easy to sneak off with my favorite read and escape. I also belong to a book club. And we do actually read the books, honest. And during the holiday time, we choose a book that has some tie-in with the holidays. And of course, our Secret Santa gifts are always books. This idea can be easily adapted for families as well. Most readathons are held to raise money and attract awareness for literacy. However, in this case, the object is to just get your family reading rather than texting, so you can make your own rules. In our house, we head to the library in early December, and everyone picks out a book of their choice. And during our power off time, we often read. Because I do have 2 kids who really don't enjoy reading for pleasure, there are no rules about the theme of the book. One of my sons loves to build things, so this year he chose a book on origami projects. He's made now over a dozen amazing origami snowflakes to decorate the house with. Tip number 4, a holiday craft night. The holiday season is really the perfect time to be inspired by glitter, shiny colors, and festive decorations. There are so many amazing ideas for crafting a magical holiday season, so spending time with your kids creating ornaments or other seasonal decks is a wonderful way to take a break from their devices. This year, I've joined the obsessed bandwagon of crafting with mason jars. Check out lots of family-friendly crafting ideas on my Pinterest board called Mighty Fun Winter Crafts. Tip number 5, deliver random acts of kindness. If you've been following the Mighty Mommy podcast for a while now, you know that I am a big believer in paying it forward and delivering random acts of kindness. I'll never forget the first time I went to my favorite drive-through coffee shop, and the delightful young girl who took my order told me that the car in front of me had already paid for my iced tea. It was $1.94, and you know what? It left me smiling for days. The opportunities for you and your family to practice a simple act of kindness are endless, and what better time than during the holidays to spread some cheer? Instead of interacting with folks in Cyberville, see what opportunities you can all come up with to deliver a random act of Christmas this season. Check out the incredible list of ideas on the Random Acts of Kindness Foundation page, or see what ideas your family can come up with on your own, and then power off and go make it happen. You can also visit my Pinterest board for ideas, which is called Mighty Random Acts of Kindness. How do you limit tech time throughout the year and during the holiday season? Share your thoughts in the comments section at quickanddirtytips.com/mighty-mommy. Post your ideas on the Mighty Mommy Facebook page, or email me at mommy@quickanddirtytips.com, and visit my family-friendly boards at pinterest.com/mightymommyqdt. Be sure to sign up for the upcoming Mighty Mommy newsletter, chock full of practical advice to make your parenting life easier and more enjoyable. Wishing you and your family a fun week quietly connecting. Thanks for listening, and until next time, happy parenting.